What do you need besides a miracle?
Guns. Lots of guns.
Travis, no one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Cameron, it is great to have you back here in your old haunts.
It's great to be here, always is.
Especially when you bring us this.
I bring surprises.
Now this is something I'm really extremely excited about. We've been working on this together for a while now.
Yep.
Tell me what we've got here.
So basically we have a Talon P, as you all know and love, 25 caliber. Our standard Talon P setup with the new ring lock valve, which gives you the adjustable orifices so you can tune the gun the way you want to, all that good stuff. And we've added a few extra goodies. We have now come out with this suppressed version of the Talon P.
Now the Talon P has always suffered from that one drawback, that it's just loud.
It's just loud.
Mm-hmm. It's loud because it's an incredibly powerful pistol.
Yep, exactly. And I think a lot of people might have not really known how the Talon P was set up, because a lot of people assume, oh, it's an SS gun, like because
it looks
like one, right? The frame, yeah. But we actually have a 12-inch barrel that runs like right to the end of this frame, and then there's just an end cap, so there's no sound deadening material, there's no baffles, there's not even really a shroud to keep the gun quiet. And so Travis said, well, why don't you make a quiet one? And we said, okay, we can do that. Sound suppressor comes from the LSS. It's basically the same, suppressor that we already use on the LSS, but we've modified it a little bit so that it screws into the frame. And this is actually a part that we've already used on some of the guns we've sold in Europe, called the Hellcat. And it's a 12 foot-pound only gun. It's real low power, and it's basically the same as the Talon P, but it had a removable moderator on it. And we've basically taken that moderator design, beefed it up a little bit to deal with the extra power of not being limited to 12 foot-pounds, and then gone ahead and made it available as an exclusive here through Airgun Depot right now. So,
yeah, that's the other thing we're excited about, is that this is an exclusive to Airgun Depot.
Yep.
But I do want to focus on the fact that this comes off of the Texan LSS.
Yep.
And it's extremely efficient.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is coming off of a gun that's producing 500, 600, 700 foot-pounds, and it's still quieting it down.
Yep.
And so on a pistol like this, it really just works incredibly well.
Yeah, we did some changes to the baffles. We basically changed the aperture of the baffles a little bit, so you're not shooting through a 457 size hole. It's a smaller, basically a 30 cal hole, so you got a little bit of room. But everything is aligned off of the inside of the frame, which is what the barrel aligns off of, so you don't have to worry about clipping or making sure that your suppressor is on there straight. Everything lines up off the same plane, because you're using the same piece of metal to line the barrel bushings up in the frame as you're using to line the can up. So everything lines up perfect. You don't have to worry, like I said, any point of impact shift from shooting with the can or shooting without it. And it makes it really nice because you can take that off, throw it in a backpack, make it compact.
And that's what I really wanted in this gun, was to keep it a compact, throw it in your backpack sort of thing here. So this screws off, take that. The other thing that we're doing is we're packaging it, we're bundling it with the Escape buttstock here. We've made a change to it though, so you've got a quick release. You can push that in, tighten that up, and put it in your backpack. Now it's really compact. To get it ready to shoot again, you just pull that out, tighten that up, nice and solid, and you're ready to go.
Yep, it's awesome.
I love
a great
this.
setup. Mm-hmm.
I just love it. We're also going to be bundling it with this Hawk Red Dot, which is a 3 MOA red dot, really fine for precision work. It's got 11 levels of adjustability for any sort of light condition, and I'm excited to take this out and see how it shoots. Try it with the gun here.
One of the other things that's really great about the Talon P, this has been one of our best-selling small bore guns for probably about the last 2 years. I think a lot of that has to do with how compact it is, but the other thing is that it's kind of the starting point, right? Air Force guns, we've always tried to make our air rifles basically like Legos, right? You can pull parts, you can order parts, you can switch things out. We've got quick change barrels, we've got different tanks, all these different things. So a lot of people will buy this gun because it's less expensive than some of our other models, and then as time goes by, they'll upgrade it. So you'll see guys buy like a 24-inch barrel for it, and they'll buy a bigger air tank for it, and then they can outfit it with all kinds of optics and stuff, because we've got full dovetail rails on both the top and the bottom. Everybody wants us to make Picatinny version. We do sell Picatinny adapters that go all over this thing, so you can outfit it however you want and make it what you want. But here you've got a package that takes the best parts of it just being a compact little air rifle, and now you got it quiet, you got it quick to adjust. I see it as like the perfect air-powered truck gun.
Yeah.
Which, living in Texas, is like a big plus for me, right?
Yeah, this really is the ideal truck gun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is coming with a 12-inch barrel. You're still getting 45 foot-pounds.
Yep.
I mean, it's astonishing.
Yeah.
The power that you're getting out of this. And for those of you who aren't really familiar with the Talon P or the Air Force line of guns in general, if you've managed to keep your head under a rock for that long, what we have here is, this is the power wheel here. So you've got adjustability. That affects the hammer spring, and you can adjust it all the way down to, to where you're shooting like a 16 grain Predator GTO at 600 or 700 feet per second, or you can crank it all the way up to be shooting a 25 grain, at 850 feet per second.
Yep, exactly.
And getting, 45 foot-pounds. So you've got an incredible amount of adjustability there, making it backyard friendly, or cranking it up for those long-range shots and the bigger, the bigger game and so forth. Not big game, but coyotes or or raccoons and that sort of thing. Is there anything else we need to cover on this?
Well, we've also got the ring lock valve, which is a newer feature. It's been around for about a year now.
So let's see, maybe you can get a good view of it right here. You can see that this, you put your wrench here, and then you put your wrench on that, and you can remove this part of the top hat there and get a smaller orifice or a larger one. And,
well, the gun will ship with the largest orifice that we make. So it'll come full power, but then you can step that power down. So if you're trying to balance like shot count with a certain pellet, like a lighter weight pellet, that'll help you balance it out. Or maybe you're trying to get a real flat shot curve so that all your shots are real consistent. You can use those orifices as a way to help tune your gun even further. So it'll come already set up for full power, but when you buy that kit, it comes with a bunch of extra orifices, and even comes with one that you can drill out yourself. So if you want to experiment, make your own stuff, we give you the tools to do it. And so really, adjustability is the name of the game. You got the power wheel, you got the adjustable orifices with the ring lock kit, and now you got adjustable length of pull, and a removable moderator. I mean, you can modify to your heart's content.
And I'll put a link in the description below to the sound lock kit. For those of you who want to do that. Okay, Cameron, have we talked enough?
I think it's time to go shoot.
Let's go.
Mine.
Now I'm going to do a full shot string, a full fill of air. We'll shoot it down. We're going to do the 25.4 JSBs, the regular Kings. This gun is really versatile. I mean, it will shoot the Mark II heavies. Well over 850. I can't remember how fast I've got them going. 870, 880. Just putting an incredible amount of power out. You can tune it all the way down and shoot the GTOs. Extremely accurate also, and get a ton of shots. I'm doing it right in the middle. So I've got the 25.4s. The hammer spring set at about 8. About 7.5, 8. And that should give us a decent shot string with still, tons of power. So let's go ahead and do the shot string and see how it does. Now I mentioned again, emphasize that you can get the ring lock kit and change, the top hat inserts here. And that's really easy to do. It's just a twist of a wrench. And you can really neck it down if you want to get a lot of shots or, do whatever you want with it. So really versatile platform. But let's do a shot string and see how we do here. Now I filled the tank right up to 3,000 psi. Now if you've got the hammer spring maxed out for shooting slugs or shooting the king heavies, then you can fill it right up to that 3,000. The hammer's going to open it right away. We experienced some valve lock because I had the hammer spring set lower. We're shooting the 25.4s. So I'm going to take off the low shots and just give you the usable shot string in the middle here. So we had a high of 896 and a low of 858, giving us an extreme spread of 38 feet per second. And that gave us a total of 18 shots, which out to 50, 60, 70 yards is going to be just absolutely perfect. Now let's test the trigger. £2, 0.2 ounces. £1, 14 ounces. And £1, 15 ounces for an average of £1, 15 ounces. A really nice hunting trigger, which is what you're looking for in a gun like this. Now with the shroud removed, we had a high of 111.2 decibels. With the shroud on, the highest reading we got was 88.4 decibels. Now when you consider that every 3 decibels represents an increase, a doubling of the sound impact, it's an incredible reduction, over 20 decibels difference here. We've got the Talon P carbine here, 25 caliber. We're going to shoot the GTOs at 50 yards with the red dot. And we're going to see how it does. We'll do a 5-shot group, maybe a 10-shot group, depending on how I'm feeling. And we'll see what it does. So let's take a look here. Now I've got the Talon P sighted in with a Hawk 4-16 scope on the top. We're going to see how they do at 100 yards with the Predator GTOs. They're a bit light to be shooting at this range, especially with the kind of wind we have in this tunnel with the filtration system. But let's send the target out and see how they do. Well, I really enjoyed taking this to our 100-yard range.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, we just kind of decided to shoot at 100 yards just for fun, and you did pretty good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, let's look at the targets. This is the 50-yard one. So this is 50 yards with a red dot. So it's unmagnified optic. And look at that. I mean, we can cover up 4 out of the 5 with a dime. The overall group is 0.69 inches. 4 out of the 5 are in under half an inch. So that tells you how good this red dot is. It also tells you how good this pistol is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're still getting an LW barrel, Lothar-Walther barrel, just like any of our other guns. But I mean, this thing's a 12-inch barrel, so there's not a lot of room in there for that pellet to get up to speed and everything. So I would be real happy with that. You know, I mean, shooting squirrels, prairie dogs, anything like that.
Yeah, this is the 100-yard group. We put a scope on it, you know, and shot here. Now it's fairly tall, but that's because you know, the velocity was increasing. As you know, I'd filled it pretty full, and you know, have a little bit of valve lock, and you know, it kind of does that arc.
Yep, exactly. As a lot of you know, Air Force guns are not regulated, so you're going to have some parabolic shot strings. Right, your velocity is going to climb a little bit as you shoot it because there's less air pressure against the valve. The hammer spring can more easily overcome the pressure in the tank, so you're going to actually pick up a little bit of velocity, then it's going to start to drop down. Now, you can use the ring lock valve kit to try and tune that in a little bit better, but even still, I mean, 100 yards with, again, we're using a gun with a 12-inch barrel here. Yeah. I mean, that's not very big.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at it and you can see, I mean, it's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches maybe wide. I mean, all of that, I mean, it's incredibly accurate. I mean, that's just the velocity climbing up.
Yep,
you know, if we'd have stopped at 5 shots, we'd have had a group, you know, right there.
Yep, yeah. And so, again, I mean, I would feel perfectly comfortable using that to take shots out to 100 yards on, you know, like a raccoon or something like that. And I was really impressed. I've actually, you know, even though I work for Air Force and I shoot these guns all the time, I've never actually personally tested the Talon P out to 100 yards. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like really impressed when we were at the range. It's like, oh yeah, this really is the best truck gun ever. So I really liked it.
And one thing you can do, you know, this is shooting the Predator GTOs. You know, if you're shooting the you know the JSB 25s or the 34s, then you know, you can tune it differently. What I would do if I were shooting the GTOs is I would do the O-ring mod. You know, you put just a thin O-ring under that top hat. We're going to do an essentials video and show you how to do it, and that gives you a lot flatter shot string. It gives you more shots. It limits the power a little bit. Yep. So I mean, we had to take it off to shoot, you know, the 34s,
yeah,
and so forth, because we just weren't getting enough power. But for shooting the GTOs, which are extremely accurate in this gun, you could put that and you'd get a really flat shot string over 10, you know, maybe 10 to 12 shots. I mean, you'd have them really within 20 feet per second probably.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
And that's what I would do, and then you would have, I mean, you'd have 1.5 inch group at 100 yards.
Which is impressive.
Phenomenal.
You know? Like like I said, I mean, we're not dealing with a gun here that's a bench rest gun. This is your throw it in a truck, take it hunting, target of opportunity gun, which is kind of what I like in an air gun anyway, right? Like I'm more of I use the term mouth breathing trigger puller. Like I like to sit in a bench and shoot paper and that kind of stuff, but I'd rather be out in the field hunting, right? And so this thing's gonna be lightweight. Now it's quiet. You've got the super adjustability with the quick release now, so you can, get that stock adjusted real fast. I think it's a great little package that you guys have put together, and I'm glad we were able to work together to bring this.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's extremely powerful. I mean, I'm still just astonished that you're getting over 55 foot-pounds.
Yep.
In a gun this small, and again, you can switch out the barrel really easily.
Yep.
You can put a 22 caliber barrel in there. You can put a 20 caliber barrel. You can put a 177. For me, I don't know why you would want to go with a smaller caliber.
Yeah, I mean, I think some guys want the increased shot count, but for me, 60 foot-pounds, I mean, I don't want to give up any energy, especially, like I said, I'm like a target of opportunity guy, so I would feel perfectly confident using this gun on, you know, anything, raccoons, armadillos, possums, all those critters we have in Texas. But I'd shoot coyote with it. I mean, if it came within 50 yards and I had a good clear shot where I could, you know, I knew I could take it humanely, 50, 60 foot-pounds is going to do a coyote just fine. So, you know, I think
Well, down in Texas, you get them that close.
and they will,
you know,
yeah, they will
Out
come
here
right
in
in.
Utah, they're
They're
long
educated
shots.
out here,
Yeah.
you know. Like I said, living here and hunting here, I remember that well. But yeah, I think it's a great gun to keep in the pickup with you, take everywhere you go. Great backpack gun. I really think makes a great option for like dads who want to take their kids maybe like backpacking or, you know, camping and they hike in, and this is a real small gun that they can fit in the pack with them and then pull it out and shoot with the kids around the camp. Because again, you know, you can adjust that power down to where this thing's making 20 foot-pounds or 30 foot-pounds, and you're going to get a lot more shots out of it because it's going to be a lot more efficient. And again, lightweight, small, compact, quiet. I mean, it's everything. It really is kind of what an air gun should be.
And,
right?
and the thing is, it's rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got a single piece frame here.
Yep.
You know, aircraft grade aluminum. You can bang, you know, you're not going to get point of impact shifts. I mean, it's one you can just have banging around in the cab of your truck or in your backpack, and you don't have to worry about it. You pick it up, and it's going to be zeroed.
Yep.
You know,
exactly.
every time.
Yeah.
You know, especially the compact little red dot on it like that.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just
super lightweight, well balanced.
I am just thrilled with this gun. I mean, the accuracy actually just blew me away. I mean, that was just phenomenal accuracy. And considering that I'm behind the trigger, you know, I mean, it's just me shooting, and I was able to get these groups. So some of you will do a lot better. And that's it. You know, this is a compact, powerful, accurate, and quiet gun. Like you say, Cameron, it's basically everything you want in an air gun.
I think so.
And you should get one right now. Now, if you've enjoyed or found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.